Yo, what's going on, guys? This is the 4th Gen Gamer here, bringing you guys another countdown. Today we are doing the top 5 legendary Pokemon. And Swami, you want to explain to us what we're doing today?
Basically, we are counting down our top 5 favorite legendary Pokemon, whatever reason we may have, whether it be that they're our favorite, that they're the best, that they're the strongest, that they're the mightiest, the coolest, whether we have some personal experience, it doesn't matter. We're basically counting down our top 5 for legendary Pokemon.
Yes, and as you guys do know, if you didn't see the past countdowns, then you know that we are doing not only dual countdowns like in the past, we are going to have a new guest every episode along with Swami. If you want to introduce yourself.
What's up, guys? I'm HydrosPlays. I do Pokemon videos on my channel. Nuzlocke, pretty much anything.
Yeah, so if you want to check that out, go check his link down below as well as Swami. So with that, let's check out number 5. Alright, so standing at number 5, I have the mighty, the colossal Pokemon, REGIGIGAS, the king of all the Regis, if you will. And, yeah, honestly, I love this, just the concept, and that's the thing with me with Legends, it's either a movie or the concept. That's, you know, and design too, but I love that it's just, like, you have to go through so much shit to get all the Regis in 3rd Gen, and then, like, you go to 4th Gen, you see Diamond, and then, like, I remember playing it for the first time, and you went into this statue, and then it's like, I think it's like a body of steel, a body of ice, and a body of rock, and I'm like, what the fuck does that mean?
I absolutely hate that thing.
Yeah, and then I found out what it was and everything, and one of my more main reasons, actually, is because of a spin-off game. This is one of the few times I'll use a spin-off game for my reasoning. It's Pokemon Ranger. It's like the final capture that you have. It's so hard, so challenging.
Oh, yes.
But when you beat it, it's like, yes! And the battle cry of it is awesome. Slow start sucks. That's why it's at number 5. And it has the best battle cry ever, in my opinion. It's so awesome. I probably need to read up on that a little more, but just at a glance, that's my favorite with battle cry. But Legends, it's awesome. Concept is awesome. What do you have, Swami?
My number 5 is unknown, but two things. One, slow start is the most frustrating ability I've ever had to deal with ever. But
Yeah. I'm not picking it for the battling at all.
Yeah, battling wise, it's cool and all once you get slow start off of it, but an experienced battler will make sure you can't. It's so frustrating. But my number 5 is unknown, and before anyone says it is not a legendary Pokemon, based on I think it was the 3rd movie, I think that's what it was, where the unknown basically controlled space and time and an alternate universe and all that blah blah blah. It's also alphabet soup, motherfucker, so I think I'm okay with it. Basically, it's extremely rare and it lives in its own dimension. It spells out all different words and it's based on all this different stuff, and it could have created language or vice versa. It's awesome, and its specialty, hidden power, is what is used by everything today. So I love unknown. It's not powerful. It's just awesome.
It's related to the Azure Flute too, right?
Yes, it has the same wavelength as the Azure Flute.
That's really interesting.
It's really weird, but yeah. John, what is your number 5?
My number 5 is Yveltal, the Y-shaped Pokemon. It could now technically. Let me go back to your unknown real quick. Your unknown are letter-shaped. Yveltal is actually the English letter Y. So is it an unknown?
Shit.
Is it an unknown? Is it unknown? That means unknown is actually
it's a mega
legendary.
unknown.
Boom.
Yeah, it's a mega unknown.
That's what unknown involves into. But I like that
unknown
one.
Be like, this ain't my final form.
I like it because it's a dark type and it's also a flying type, and I think bird Pokemon are actually really cool. And also the dark type Pokemon are really cool. Yveltal, its lore is actually really cool. So when it has the power to absorb life energy. So when it reaches the end of its lifespan, it expands its wings and steals all of the life energy around that has every living thing around it. And then it goes into a cocoon for 1,000 years, and then repeats the process. So basically, it wakes up, says, "Surprise, motherfucker!" and it kills you all.
That's
So yeah, and it's red. Red is the color of death.
Yes,
and darkness.
I love the design of it. Didn't make it into my top 5 though. So
Yeah,
anyway,
I do
yeah.
like the design.
Yeah, so let's move on to number 4. In the number 4 slot, I have Mewtwo. I was about to say the legendary Pokemon Mewtwo, but that kind of, no.
That's redundant.
Yeah. So, I love Mewtwo because of the first movie, and that's just one of those just, you remember when, like, Ash turned to stone, and Pikachu, he's like, you know, incredible. Oh my god, it's just, I'm gonna cry. Not really, but I love that movie so much. I only saw it somewhat recently, like a year ago. I should have seen it like a while ago, but I didn't. And I love the movie. Mewtwo is Mewtwo. He's the genetic or not he necessarily. It's the genetic Pokemon. It was created by Team Rocket, and I just find that really cool. I know, like, you guys think it's like more of a reason to dislike it, but I find it more of a reason, like, it's so cool. I mean, the design of it is kind of just like, it's there, you know, it's Gen 1, it's, you know, is what it is. But it also has Megas. That kind of boosts it up a little bit. It's the only legend with Mega, right?
Well, Latios and Latios technically will.
Okay, but outside of that, you know,
it was already one of the strongest Pokemon. Now it is technically the strongest Pokemon.
Yeah, that's why I like it. It's mainly the movie. It's one of those things that, like, you can't really describe like that well, but it's just like the fact that Team Rocket made Mewtwo and like the movie, and it's just, you gotta watch the scene where all the Pokemon cry and stuff, and then you're like, oh, that's why I like Mewtwo. Like, not like it, but that's why I love it. It's just so interesting, you know. Just Anyway, well, Swami.
Okay, before I get into mine, the reason I didn't have Mewtwo was because of the new Pokemon movie, where it appears in the Genesect and the Legend Awakened, because it's a female. And there's only one. And in the original, it was a male. And that's just, it hurt me deep in the childhood. So...
Oh, shit, you should have told me that! I didn't know that. I don't know.
Yeah,
I still like
it was a female Mewtwo, and it was just like, and it didn't even recognize Ash either. I was just like, really?
Wow.
This is how we're gonna play this? Okay. My number 4 is Cresselia, the lunar Pokemon. Here's the thing about Cresselia. It goes along with one of my favorite Pokemon in Darkrai, which will be later in this countdown. It's the yin and yang effect of it. I just think it's really cool. I like it because it's obtainable in the game, unlike Darkrai, which isn't, but which I would have liked, considering they're, you know, yin and yang for that, but whatever. I just think Cresselia is a really cool Pokemon. It has a really cool shiny form, and it's one of the rare, extremely specially defensive, and just overall defensive Pokemon in the game, especially for Legendary. 120 HP, 120
And
defense, 130
types.
special defense. Well, Psychic types, there tend to be a lot of them, but it's very rare to have high HP with high defenses. So I like it a lot, and it has, you know, decent attack and special attack and decent speed. I just think it's a really cool Pokemon, and I have to use it at some point for competitive because I have one. But yeah, that's why I have mine at number 4. How about you, Hydros?
Mine is Giratina, origin form to be exact, not its original form. But I like Giratina ever since the movie Giratina and the Sky Warrior. It was pretty cool, and I think it's one of the only Pokemon that actually knows Shadow Force, which is a really good move. It's also a dragon ghost type.
I think it's the only one that can learn that.
No,
Yeah.
you, I think. I'm not positive. I'll let you know.
Well,
Oh no, it is. It is.
Yeah, I was going to say, I knew I had that right. But it's a dragon ghost type Pokemon, and that's a really interesting combination of Pokemon. But its origin form I like because it's kind of got like a spider leg kind of look on its back, and then it has a snake-like serpentine body without any other extra limbs. But its origin form kind of traits that of an amphitheater, which is a dragon-like creature, but it has no legs or arms or anything else. It just has wings. So that's what its origin form is kind of based off of. And it looks really cool. So Giratina, ghost dragon type. It's really cool to use. And I love using it just to use its origin form. And it looks really badass in game.
Awesome. Examite looks fucking awesome too. But,
it does. Especially shiny. Especially shiny.
Hells yeah. So let's go on, number 3. In the number 3 spot, I have Darkrai the Beast, and I'm not going to go crazy in depth for a few other reasons. You'll see, though. And Ranger and the movie and the legs. Those are my reasons. The movie, the legs are in the movie. But the movie is crazy. I don't remember, like, the exact plot, but I remember it was, like, the little girl and, like, communicating with Darkrai. I have to see it again, but I remember that it was phenomenal, and it was probably the best Pokemon movie.
Phenomenal.
I'm at a conflict right now, but I love the design of it. I love especially the sprite in Platinum and Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Diamond, they didn't do a great job on the sprite. Black 2, White 2, you know, 5th gen, they kind of, but I mean, it kind of like shows his hand reaching out like I'm going to grab you and like pull you in and give you a nightmare, but that's awesome. And then Ranger Shadows of Alamut, guys, if you haven't played the game, I'm not gonna, it's just, the story in it is just so great. Just whenever Darkrai comes into a story, it just, things get crazy, things get awesome, and there's no story that just underdoes Darkrai. Darkrai always just... Everything does Darkrai justice, really. You know, or Darkrai does everything justice. That's what I meant to say, but... Yeah, what do you have, Swami?
At number 3, I have the legendary bird Ho-Oh.
It's a legend?
Ho-Oh is... It means everything Pokemon. It starts off at the very beginning of the first episode as pure gold, and that was absolutely awesome. I know it's the rainbow Pokemon, but it started off as pure gold flying across the screen for Ash to give him luck to get, to let him be a Pokemon master, that whole thing. It's a beautiful Pokemon. Its shiny form is ridiculous too. I kind of like the shiny form a little bit better. I know it's kind of terrible because its original form is just so classic, but I like both forms a lot. It's extremely powerful. It's tied for the third strongest natural Pokemon, as in non-Mega, in the game, with Mewtwo and Lugia. 106 HP, 130 attack, 90 defense, 110 special attack, 154 special defense, and 90 speed. It's just one of my favorite Pokemon to use in actual, if I want to do Ubers. And its regenerated ability is also awesome. So
yeah, if I can just throw in there, I did have Ho-Oh on my list. I usually grab a list of like possibilities, and it was probably like number 6 or 7. I fucking love Ho-Oh. It's just love it, phenomenal.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I love Ho-Oh too.
Well, what's your number 3, Jeff?
Well, before I go into my number 3, Ho-Oh, Lugia, and Rayquaza, and Yveltal are the highest base stat total of all the flying types. And back to what you said when Ash saw it, it says in the lore for Ho-Oh that those who bear witness to Ho-Oh are promised an eternal happiness.
Yeah, so that's why he's always 10 years old.
Exactly.
Oh,
but my number 3 is Suicune, the calm, majestic, heroic, and serious of all the dogs in the Johto region.
Quick, write a haiku about Suicune.
Just like all the other legendary dogs, it has a link to the unknown, which I guess is considered a legendary Pokemon to some, but is not to me.
I feel that.
I did like it in the movie Celebi, Voice of the Forest. It was a great movie. One of my favorite movies with all the Johto Pokemon and everything. And also when it showed its shiny form, it was great. When it showed its shiny form alongside Celebi in one of the movies. I think it was in the 13th Pokemon movie.
Yeah.
13th? Yeah.
Yeah, the Zoroark, Master of Illusions.
Like I said, I have to watch all these movies. I feel terrible.
Also, Suicune can walk across water, so it is the Jesus of the Pokemon. Some people are probably gonna give me hate for that. I'm not against Jesus or anything like that, but it is the Jesus of Pokemon, and it purifies water with one touch.
Oh damn!
That's pretty awesome.
So, like dogs having the cleanliness in their mouth, it has cleanliness as its feet.
All right, so that's it for number 3. Let's move on. Number 2. All right, guys. Number 2, I have Giratina, the beast of 4th gen. I love Giratina. Diamond Pearl sets the stage, and the story's like, oh, it's cool. Cool story, bro. That's awesome. Whatever. And then you do the Distortion World, and then you see probably I might take this back, but probably the best animation in the overworld of a Pokemon. Like, you remember when, you're on those, stepping, I don't know what you call those, stepping stones in the Distortion World, and then you have that awesome Giratina sprite just chilling there, just fucking huge. You just kicked Cyrus's ass, and then you have this just beast of a Pokemon, and as Hydro said before, and I pointed out, in X and Y, this thing looks amazing. Aesthetically, this is probably, I want to say probably my favorite Pokemon, because it's just so... It just looks so cool. It's just, it's one of those Pokemon that, the concept of it, it seems like that's, a Digimon art, but when it actually comes to life, it's that looks like a Pokemon. It looks like a badass Pokemon. It's a Ghost Dragon type. You guys heard why Hydros had him. With that awesome, just the form and everything. I do prefer the Origin form. Altered form is cool or whatever. But, obviously, when you run into it in the wild and you see its sprite there and it's just huge and it's awesome. And I've used it sometime. I've used it before. It's awesome. Good stuff. But, Swami, what do you have?
Well, I just want to make a quick point. Have you ever done the Arceus thing?
The Azure Flute?
Yeah. No, not the Azure. No, it's not the... Yeah, okay. That was personally my favorite. That long trek up those stairs was just incredible.
Yeah, that was really cool.
My number 2 is Entei, however. Entei being probably my favorite of the... It is my favorite of the legendary dogs. and my favorite of all of Gens 1 through 3. It is just absolutely incredible. It brings back so many good memories of Pokemon Coliseum when I caught it and got to use it, and the struggle of catching it and all that time spent of crying, agonizing pain at 9 years old trying to catch it. It's a fantastic Pokemon. Its shiny form is beautiful. It's just a beautiful, majestic Pokemon in general. It is fast and powerful and hits hard, and it's incredible. So that's why I love Entei.
If I can just throw in, you were talking about Arceus a minute ago. The reason why I don't have Arceus in my top 5 is just because the Arceus event is so cool, but like that's the only thing that's really like, I really don't feel like there's really much else special about him. Like, he's a normal type. He has the plates, but what else, you know?
Well, he changes type based on the plates.
Well, like I said,
Yeah, but-
Arceus is one of the only legendaries that can be poisonous, since there are no poisonous legendaries.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
And fairy, well, technically not fairy because of Xerneas, but yeah, he can be any type, and he looks pretty sexy in all of them. I'm not gonna lie, he does look pretty good as all types.
I love it. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the Arceus. I'm
just gonna have to screen grab you all the different types right now, and so you can
I
see.
see it, man. I know it looks good, but I don't know. Don't love it.
No, you don't know.
It's
Okay.
cool, but it's like cool story bro type of cool, you know?
Hydros, you're up. What's
Yeah.
your number
Alright.
2?
My number 2 is Kyogre, the water type Pokemon from the 3rd gen in Hoenn region. Kyogre, hence my name Hydros. I love water Pokemon, but Kyogre is only my number 2 because I do have a number 1 that is my favorite. But Kyogre being number 2 because it has appeared in so many movies. It's had minor appearances in most of the movies like Jirachi, Wishmaker, Destiny, Deoxys, The Rise of Darkrai, Giratina, Zoark, and all those. But it was my favorite when it came in Pokemon Ranger Temple of the Sea, and it was there and it destroyed the ship and everything, just showing off its majestic water power and ability and hyper beam, stuff like that. Kyogre is awesome. It's like one of the biggest water type Pokemon besides Whale Lord. God. But it's like a whale lord with wings, in my opinion. And the way its tail fin is, it's not just like one gigantic tail fin. It's like streamlined. That's pretty freaking awesome.
And Kyogre's also amazing, and like the look of it in X and Y is also amazing.
It's also
I
it's
love
a
it.
bulky type, but it can also do really good in attack. It's good in defense, in health, and it's also good in attacking. But also in the remake for Alpha Sapphire, it's glowing along where the red lines are on its body, and that looks freaking sweet.
I can't
for
wait.
that.
I cannot wait to see what it looks like. It might have to jump up on my list by a lot.
I would love it if they made that one into a Mega Evolution.
If
That
they
would be
did,
awesome.
well, is it going to be Drizzle? Or is there going to be Torrential Rain as his ability? I don't know.
I know Drizzle. It's a legendary Pokemon that has like the bulkiest power in the world, and its ability is Drizzle. But it's still an awesome Pokemon. That's my top. That's my number 2.
All right, so number 1, guys. Let's see what we have. Alright guys, number 1, I have DEOXYS, and oh boy, this motherfucker is awesome. It's the DNA Pokemon. You see the DNA strands, it's just so cool. But the forms, I love the forms. I'm usually not a huge form person besides Giratina and DEOXYS. But I mean, all the forms, I think, they look great, and sometimes, like, I try using them, and, you know, Swami can take any Pokemon and make it really good, but I can't find a way to use the forms right. Maybe you can teach me, Swami, but...
I'll teach you. I have all 4 of them. Don't worry.
Okay, yeah, I'm just bad with them. I don't know, but I love them. They're sick. I love, like, the idea of it with the meteorites, and it's so cool. And then, I believe in Sinnoh, it's the meteorites in Velstone, and there's a place in Heart Gold, Soul Silver, too. I think it's near Pewter. But I just find that really cool, and one of the main reasons, besides the form, the look, the fact that it's a DNA Pokemon, and it's super strong and everything, is the movie Destiny DEOXYS, I think. And I'm a sucker for all these movies and stuff, and I just love the movie. It's just such a great movie, and just DEOXYS is like, he like kind of like puts the whole entire town in a lockdown, and it's like so cool. Like I don't know, I'm a fucked up person, but it's just, I love the movie. It's a great movie, and I just kind of, not funny, but like I just like, you know, he makes like that weird sound, like the vroom. It's like
His cry is awesome.
Yeah, it's like vroom. Like in the movie, it sounds a lot better than in the game, but in the movie, it's just awesome. Then like all of a sudden, like all the electricity goes off, and the whole town's built off of like these moving blocks that transport you everywhere, and then all of a sudden, all the blocks go down, and they turn against the town. And it's like, holy shit! And then Rayquaza comes, and then the whole town's like, oh fuck, we're gonna have a battle between DEOXYS, who's continuously changing forms, which that's why I love the forms too, by the way. And then Rayquaza, like, going crazy, and it's just like, oh my god, it's Deoxys, and, you know, Rayquaza, and I'm at the 2-minute mark. You guys go ahead. Swami, what do you
Okay, well, first off, don't judge me. I didn't realize that's why its arms were like that. It's DNA. Don't even judge me. I never paid attention to that.
DNA strands, man, double helix, let's go.
Never paid attention. Well, because I always look at the
AP Bio,
defense
man.
form and the speed form. Those are the two I see the most, and it's not.
Also, no one would have known that it came from the movie Destiny Deoxys. Who would have known that?
Yeah, never would have saw it coming. Okay, John, I think we share this one. Our collective number 1 is Darkrai.
My number 3.
The dark type Pokemon.
It is just the pitch black Pokemon.
This is the Pokemon. If you saw it at night in your bedroom and you woke up to it, you would literally have to go to the bathroom immediately.
You'd faint.
This isn't like Gengar.
See, I would run
Gengar
to the
is just
bathroom
creepy
and then
smart.
like it would creep up in the bathtub. Like, wait, I thought you were in my room.
See, Gengar, no. It's worse than Gengar.
You know what I wish? I wish its shiny form was darker black than the original form instead of being purple.
And
Yeah.
the white hood as it goes black too. It'd be nice.
Yeah, or something like that. You know, just something darker. But this Pokemon is awesome. It has the rare ability, well, actually the only Pokemon that has this ability, of Bad Dreams, which reduces a sleeping foe's HP. Dark Void, the scariest move ever made ever. Opposing Pokemon are dragged into a world of total darkness that makes them sleep. And yeah, if only that was a 100 accuracy move, that would have been better. But
Also, in the thing with that in Pearl episode 104, or
Damn.
104, something like that. And when Dawn kicks out her Pokedex, Darkrai actually appeared in the episode, and it says Darkrai, the pitch black Pokemon. Legend has it that on a moonless night, Darkrai will lure people to sleep and unleash its nightmares upon them.
that's scary as fuck.
But the only thing I couldn't take seriously is that Darkrai had legs, like in the movie, The Rise of Darkrai.
How do you think it rose? How do you think it rose out of its
So
grave?
Darkrai is some interesting like Pokemon. Like you see, like I think it was like Licky was in. Oh man, that was nasty.
Darkrai's gonna licky your dreams and kill you.
Ew.
Yeah, it's an awesome Pokemon.
Also, didn't it have it was telepathic too?
I
In
think
one of
something
this
like
movie?
that.
It had to
Yeah.
talk to you just like Mewtwo did.
Yes, and did you actually ever do the event, the actual Darkrai event?
Yeah, you go to the island. Is it the, yeah, it's the
Yeah,
island.
you have to do something
you have to go
first,
Cantlay
and
to
then,
get the card.
Yeah,
key
you
or
have to go.
whatever.
You have to go to sleep, and you find it literally in your dreams, and you have to catch it.
Oh,
yeah,
that's so
it was
awesome.
literally it is the coolest event out of all the Pokemon in the game. Period. In my opinion.
It was called the Dream World, wasn't it? Yes.
No, not the Dream
No,
World.
it's
What?
another island. It's like Full Moon
No,
Island, right?
no.
Yeah,
Or New Moon.
New Moon, I think.
New Moon, yeah. Are you guys good?
I think we are good.
Yes. Something that I think that we all agree on is that Darkrai's a beast. Giratina's a beast. I think that's something that actually Swami, you swapped out. You were gonna have, and you're like, Cresselia. Nah.
Yeah, I didn't want to
I'll
copy
take
all
that.
that much, so I changed that. Yeah.
Yeah, but Darkrai and Giratina, guys, they're both 4th gen. You see, I told you, it's 4th gen gamer. It's 4th gen's the best legends. But no, seriously.
It
Thank
does
you all.
have a great collection of legends, but that's really all it has.
Darkrai it was a New
Yeah.
Moon Island. There was.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you for watching the video. If you did enjoy, make sure you hit that like button, show us some support. And if you guys want to see another one, just let us know who you want to see down below in the next episode as a guest. Let us know some suggestions of top 5s you want to do. We're looking to do future megas and I forgot which other ones we had. I don't know when this is going up. We're going to do shinies if we haven't already, and it's going to be awesome. So yeah, leave your own top 5 legendary Pokemon down below. Leave some reasons why we want to hear. And there are a lot of Pokemon, a lot of legends that weren't on here. I don't think we've had anything from 5th gen.
We didn't do any honorable mentions.
No honorable mentions. We didn't. I only have Ho-Oh really.
Lugia is an honorable mention for me.
Ho would be for me as well. And
Yeah,
Rayquaza as well. Rayquaza is a boss
Rayquaza
of
definitely.
a flying type.
Yeah, Rayquaza is an awesome one. I think that's pretty much it. I didn't really love any of the 5th gen legendary
No.
Pokemon. Yeah, Kyogre was another one of mine. That's
You
really
see-
it.
I would and I could not. See, this is heading into the unknown kind of territory with legendary, it being legendary, because Dragonite, it's a pseudo legendary.
Yes, it is. And it's
Doesn't
something
really
that deserves it. Arcanine's also technically a legend, but not actually a legend.
Yeah. So I guess
that'll be in the future, maybe.
Yeah. So that's it for us, guys, and until next time, it's 4th Gen Gamer and
Moonlight Swami, and
HydrosPlays.
very good. Until
And
next time,
we
guys,
are
we're
out.
Peace.
Peace.